Hi everybody, Courtney here, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I have done a vegan, whole food, plant-based, no oil grocery haul that is also on a budget, and I'm going to say I'm not quite as good as Miranda on our channel, Miranda Schwartz. She's a great running with plants, but she's definitely an inspiration to me. And before I go into this grocery haul with you, I want to tell you something, kind of the why behind this. My husband and I have been debt-free for about, oh my goodness, let's see, since 2017. So what's that, 4 or 5 years? And we built a house and we closed on that house in 2018. And we have been aggressively trying to pay it off because my husband will be retiring before too long. And that's a whole nother story. My husband and I both work multiple jobs, but he works really, really hard. So with that being said, I really started thinking about ways I could cut back and save, and we're almost there. Our goal is to get it paid off in 4 years, which would be March of 2022. And if I can really watch our grocery budget, I think we can even do it a little faster and cut back on some other things. So the other thing is we're whole food, plant-based, no oil, and everyone talks about how expensive it is to eat a vegan diet. My husband does not call himself vegan because I'm ethically based vegan, but he still eats a little bit of meat, and he's not the ethical vegan so much as I am. But with that being said, let's get into it. Let me show you what I have today, and hopefully this will turn. It's not going to turn. Okay, so I want to start here. We have our kale, our broccoli. I have grapes, spinach, 2 potatoes, 2 sweet potatoes. Now, technically, sorry about the light, it would have been cheaper to buy the big old bags of bulk, which is what I always do. But I knew, like, if I'm going to try to do this, eat for $10 a day, then we need to be very careful to not buy like big bags of stuff. I need to get a true cost of the meal. So back here I have about 20 bananas. I have some mushrooms, which these were kind of a splurge. And I have 4 cans of beans. These are my vegan proteins, if you will. Mushrooms are really high in protein. I have no fat, traditional refried beans. Cannelli beans. I'm going to make an Alfredo sauce with this. This will go with the broccoli and the mushrooms, and I'll use some nutritional yeast, which in a post I made earlier, I'm not counting condiments, but you would not have to use the nutritional yeast. I'll blend up some cooked cauliflower, these cannelli beans, nutritional yeast, and seasonings to make like an Alfredo sauce for this pasta. And I'm gluten-free, so it is a little bit more expensive. If you weren't gluten-free, you could do this a lot cheaper. Let's see, we have our lentils. We're going to do lentils, kale, and sweet potatoes. I have some dark red kidney beans over here. I'm sorry about the light, you guys. We have some mixed vegetables for soup and some peas and carrots. These were all on sale for $1. And so that's another thing we'll make. I'm going to be making stir fry, and I have the stir fry mix. I'll add peas and carrots to bulk it up. I was going to get brown rice because I try to eat brown rice just because of the nutritional, whole grain content. But this actually had the same fiber content, and I was able to get 20 servings instead of 10 I was able to get twice as much for only like 60 cents more. So it just made more economical sense. I also splurged and got the big bag of pineapple. It was on sale for $9.49 because my husband and I like it on our stir fry, and then we can also use it in smoothies, and I'll just snack on it cold. So let's see. We've got, I said, stir fry, soup. I told you about the Alfredo sauce that we're making. The other things that we're making are quesadillas, let's see, and then the lentils, kale, and potatoes, and then just air fried potatoes with veggies on the side. And that's it. That's 7 meals. So what I'll do every night is I'll cook 7 dinners, and then we will have those 4 or 7 lunches. Just depends on my work schedule. I'll either make lunch or dinner, and we'll have those meals, and then we'll eat them again. So there will be a minimum of 4 servings per meal, so that we have one for one meal and then a leftover meal. Let's talk about breakfast and snacks. So we have oatmeal over here and bananas, and I have some of this Planet oat milk. Now, I could have purchased, if you aren't picky, I could have purchased soy milk or almond milk and saved about $2 for that. You always want to do the unsweet because it doesn't have the oil and sugar in it, and you want to watch your fat calories if you have heart disease or any kind of disease process going on. This is very expensive, $4.19. The only reason I splurged on this is we have an abundance of soy milk and almond milk that we get by subscription that comes in the mail every month because it's cheaper to do that. So I went ahead and got the oat milk because we don't have any. The pineapple, the oat milk, and the bread. This is the Dave's Killer bread. I don't really eat this. My husband will because I'm gluten-free. I could if I needed to. I'm just sensitive to gluten and I have rheumatoid arthritis, so I try to avoid it. But it's expensive, but for he has heart disease, and because of that, we only try to go with this low-fat sprouted bread. It's very high in fiber, very low in fat. So my husband also is very active, and he needs more calories than me. So we have oats for oatmeal in the morning with banana, and we have peanut butter banana sandwiches for him. He uses very little, like a tablespoon of peanut butter. And actually he likes the sun butter. Peanut butter is a lot less expensive if you're on a budget. This was on clearance, and you can see it's kind of smushed. It was only $4, so, and it's all natural. It doesn't have the added fat in it, you know, the bad kind of fat. My brain is not working right now. So breakfast will be peanut butter and banana sandwiches, oatmeal with banana, or we could do smoothies, green smoothies with greens and banana. The other thing is we have lots of fruit here for snacks and breakfast. We have grapes, we have mandarin oranges. That would also be a breakfast. One other breakfast I forgot to tell you, and this was super cheap. The Kroger brand, and I think some people have Winco, the Kroger brand tofu. I use one of these. I like these little 2-packs. I'll use one of these for the stir fry, and I will use the other one for a tofu scramble. So let's get to what that came to. This came, I knew I would have some leftovers, and as I was buying all of this, I was thinking about not only leftovers for a second meal, but if there were leftovers from the meals themselves, like let's say I didn't use all the rice, how could I reuse it? So all of this total was $71.85 for 2 people for 1 week. And that is completely whole food, plant-based. Some of this is organic, some of it is not. It depended on the price. And that came out to $10.26 a day for 2 people, $5.13 a day for 1 person, or $36 a week for 1 person to eat. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. I really wasn't sure that it could be done. So I'm going to keep sharing these videos. I apologize. I don't do this for a living. I'm not great at video editing or obviously the camera work here. But I did want to share that with you because these are meals that we eat a lot. And I noticed today my tendency to be like, oh, Jim likes these baked chips with his, you know, this burrito bowl I make, or oh, I should pick these up, they're on sale. And I think I probably end up spending about $100 more. The other thing is I don't look at prices. I grew up when I was young, let's just say that when I was young, food was scarce, especially the early years of raising my children. I had to be on a very, very tight budget. And since I've gotten a little bit more comfortable financially, I just go get what I want, and I don't really pay attention until I get to the checkout, and then I'm like stunned when it's $300. And on the average, I know we can eat for $100 a week for 2 people, but a lot of times I don't try. And I don't know because I buy all of our, you know, over there, I have a bunch of stuff that I got that was not included in this, and it ended up being like an extra $38 worth of stuff that I picked up. So sometimes it's hard for me to judge because I just do everything in one large trip. But I really wanted to see like, where is our food budget and how am I? And I started to notice that like there is a big difference in prices. and I really haven't been paying attention. And honestly, all of this, if I had gone to Walmart, would have been probably 10 to 20% cheaper. But the reason I didn't go to Walmart is I had to pick up a prescription. I would have to drive all the way across town, and they only have self-checkout, which I don't like dealing with when I have a lot of individual produce. I don't see very good, and to scan and stuff. So I just decided it wasn't worth the gas to drive across town, and I was already there, and so I just went ahead and did everything. But anyway, I think $5.13 a person per day to eat is pretty stinking good. That is under $2 for a whole food plant-based diet. All right, thank you. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and I just appreciate you being here so much.